Do, 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 do. Don't put that in the... No worries. Hey, Mark.
Hi, Steve. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We're getting a late start this morning.
Feels like nighttime, though, with how dark it is outside.
It is really dark. It's rainy.
He sends the snow in winter, the warmth to swell the grain. I think we should just talk about the hymn.
What is the hymn today for this Sunday? This coming Sunday.
Fifth Sunday of Easter. We're looking at Lutheran Service Book 633. At the Lamb's High Feast we sing. This is one of my favorite hymns for the reason that it reminds me of my alma mater, Valpo. I think every Easter we would sing it on Easter Sunday, and I have this very vivid memory of sitting up in the choir loft in the balcony, and on the 8th verse, the organ was swelling because it's a Trinitarian doxology verse, and watching all the old people down in the nave stand up slowly, and all of us kind of reluctantly like, do we have to stand up? You know? I really like it too because one of there's two particular words in here that strike me as very interesting with regard to the Easter season, which is Christ being the victim and Christ being victorious. Mm-hmm. Twice in here it refers to Christ being the victim. So I think it's nice to have that juxtaposition to see both of those things as our Savior in whom we abide is not only victorious, he's not only amazing, but is also, as a reminder of the things that he went through.
Okay, so with Jesus, they're not two different things. To be a victim and to be victorious, these are not mutually exclusive.
Sure.
In our world, like those would be, you can't be both, right?
Yeah, pick one. Yeah.
Right, pick one, yeah. And probably we know which one you're going to pick.
Right.
But this is actually the case when it comes to life, though, in at least two other places, both of which I think are referenced in this hymn. One would be the supper table, right, where someone's got to die so the rest of us can live. And so mission accomplished, I'm dead. I fed the family.
Sure.
Right? And then the other place I think of is marriage, right? And this is at the Lamb's High Feast. It's a marriage feast.
Right.
So victory is in being victimized. And I don't know if you've had this experience if you're married, but I have, where it's in the losing the argument that you win, right?
Sure. Yeah.
It's in actually kind of getting creamed sometimes that you come to realize the thing that holding you together is more than just you're being right or the other person's being right. You're carrying the two of you or the other person carrying the two of you. It's actually you're mutually failing each other that you come to realize that there's a greater thing holding you together.
Yeah, no, I can totally relate. I mean, I feel like there's been some times where if I did something that I feel like was where I wronged Elizabeth, or I said something that wasn't, or whatever, it's like it's in that apologizing that I have felt so much better. I feel like our relationship is strengthened because it's like instead of two people doing different things.
And it's when we die and become victims ourselves, that's going to be our victory.
Yeah, and I think the visualization too, maybe there's a connection in that, thinking about Valpo. So if you've ever been in the chapel there, the chancel is very, very much more elevated than the rest of the nave. And so I think there's that looking up, there's a connection there. For me, the connection piece is looking up and seeing the Christus Rex hanging on that cross, but it's not a morbid, derelict hanging of the body. It's a triumphant, resurrected Christ.
Right.
So the lesson of the day is, gospel lesson of the day is
the vine.
Yeah, he is the vine, we are the branches, and you can be a branch on your own on the side of the road without being in the vine, and that's when you get thrown into the fire. But but God the Father, the vine dresser, comes along and says, well, if you're producing fruit, I'm going to prune you, and I'm going to make you, which I think prune is a funny verb. I think of prunes. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a prune. I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry.
But
he prunes you and he makes you more productive.
Right.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, and like you said, you have to be part of the vine. So it's this, when Jesus says, I'm the vine, you're the branches, part of what he's saying is, the doctrine that Paul later develops, which is to say we're one body. right? We're all one. We're all one around a supper table. We're one in marriage. We're one with Jesus. And then there's a celebration piece, because what's the fruit? It's the grapes that you eat.
That's what I was going to say, but I wasn't sure.
Or better yet, with a little fermentation, you make some wine out of it.
Hey, there you
and
go.
now you got a real feast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this celebratory element that we have in the liturgy and that we have in life. And God gives that to us. It's a gift that we honor. And it comes as the result of our coming together the right way, which is around Christ, sacrificially.